down the lead.
Yes, he does. Wow, and Hughes.
22-41. They pulled off a strategy of a lifetime.
No, they were in the back.
Oh, jeez.
They just drove up
what
there.
happened to BKR?
I don't know.
He got involved in the crash.
He got involved in the crash with the 37. Oh, jeez. As I don't know who's in the 22. Let me see this. I was
T-Wing.
not prepared for this. It's T-Wing. Whoa.
Stone, who might be faster. Hughes and Geo. Hughes is fast. I think we all know that.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, BKR's 3/4 of a lap down, and it looks like the 37's half a lap down. Yeah, they're out of it, I think, unless something big happens.
As I told you, watch out for that 88 car. He's right there with them.
Definitely a tough break for Jimmy 48 fan and PKR. Absolutely dominated this show. Really hated it.
And now BKR is racing back there with the 21 car. Oh, 41 car in the wall.
So I think BKR's out of it, but Jimmy has a chance still. He's not that far back. He wasn't a half lap back, I was wrong about that. But T-Wing's still the leader. Stone is coming. Apparently someone's coming.
Chris Hughes is going on the inside, and Doug Geo was going to make it 3 wide right there. But now the 41 and 48 are side by side.
That's not what you want to do. You want to catch up to that 22 as fast as possible.
T-Wing getting away. Hughes, Stone, Geo, all battling up there for second. Jimmy trying to come back, have a comeback of a lifetime and win. What a move by the 48 down to the inside, side by side for second. Off turn number 4.
These guys are not playing the right strategy. They got to stay in line if they want to catch up to the 22 and pass them. You can't battle right now.
You gotta draft up to them, or to the leader. T-Wing hasn't led a single lap this race, and now with under 100 to go, has a chance to win the Support the Troops 600.
Coca-Cola is copyrighted here, all right?
Yep.
It's all about Pepsi.
Yeah.
I was looking at the symbol when I was saying it.
So the 41 and the 48 and the 88 are trying to make a pack so they can catch the 22 at T-Wing. It's actually working really well. Now, the question is, how are they going to get around T-Wing? If T-Wing can block very aggressively and block the 41, they can actually cause the 41 to be highly mad and wreck the 22. But since this is the final stage, who do you think is going to survive in this final laps? Because everybody guaranteed is going to move somebody out of the way or even dump them for the win.
Well, there's one guy who hasn't been up front for most of the night except in the beginning of stage 2. I know him racing. He does a lot of pit strategy stuff. Hughes looks like he's in position to win. He is one of the greatest in the game from what I've seen on pit strategy. I think Chris is going to get a jump on pit road and he'll win the race.
Hughes loves the game. He loves racing. I see him actually pulling something off here. He's just, like, all I see is him like running record speed and time everywhere. Like that playing PC2, NASCAR Heat 3, everywhere. I see him up on top of the leaderboards.
As BKR is very frustrated, he is cursing his mind out on Blue Jimmy's stream.
He's livid. That's who they were talking about. He is livid right now.
A lot.
As T-Wing still leads the field.
Look what I created.
I mean, you run 300 laps and you just get wrecked out. I would be pissed too.
Since this race,
Jimmy is curved.
As Gio made the move for third.
So there's 84 laps to go, about to be 83. Jimmy is 7 seconds off the lead, so he might just be at this. He might need to pull off a strategy with tires, but that might be his only way with there being no cautions. Stone has lost the draft. Here we go in the turn 1. T-Wing still leads. Hughes and Gio up the track. Gio hasn't even been in this race, it seemed like, since stage 1. He is there fighting for a win.
As a T-Wing, as they are entering turn 3, Chris Hughes and Giovanni sticking with the 22, but that 48, he is still hanging on to the draft of the 88. So far, the 41, it looks like he is about to get a momentum run off the turn and dive it on the inside to try to get into the 22. And that 41, he is a really fast, he's definitely got one of the fastest cars on the field. And now the 88 is trying to make an aggressive move, trying to get by the 41, so I feel like he is saving it for the 22.
You can see that the 41 is very impatient. He's swerving, he's sliding, he's trying to get past that 22. But that 22 is holding his line. He's not giving it up.
T-Wing leads down the back straightaway. He's led all this stage, been in the back all race, been lapped this race. And now he's fighting up front with a bunch of people who have not really fought for the lead ever since stages 1 or 2.
Absolutely.
And we know Gio can outrun these guys.
Oh, 41 in the wall.
Oh. 41 is keeping it straight. Didn't really lose any momentum, but they are still trying to work on the momentum to get a really good launch on that 22.
I'll give T-Lane some credit. He's just running qualifying laps. He's just running his line. He's holding down that racing line. They cannot get past him.
This is basically a 4-car race now. 4 very fast cars.
It is between 2 manufacturers, Fords and Chevys.
Toyotas haven't been relevant.
Yeah, the Toyotas haven't really been up front.
As it seems like my time has been up, I want to thank you guys for letting me join the stream. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully for a great finish to the race, and I'll let you guys finish this off.
Thank you,
Jake, and I will see you next time.
It was fun commentating with you.
It was great commentating with you guys. I appreciate it.
So it's gonna be one of the top 4 definitely, because I'd say that most of them, Jimmy and BKR are out of this. BKR might actually go up downers at 21. I think that's 21 up there.
Now, since the race is going on, as you can tell, the 22 and the 41, the 88 and the 48 are the top 4. Blue Jimmy, which he is in 6th position right now. It's insane on how much these guys really want to win this race for the support to Troop 600. And the 21 is Super Squad that's in the wall. Now, this is the inaugural support to Troop 600. And, and the 48 shoved it into the 88.
Wow. He just shoved him out of the way.
Oh, contact! The 88 and the 48 has crashed!
48! Along with the 21!
Oh, no, Giovanni and Stone collided on the backstretch. Not good.
And that probably just ended their races, trying to battle too hard too early.
And the 88 and 71 almost wrecked each other. Now, the 48 and the 88, tempers may be flaring a bit right there, but it seems like they are trying to work together again. Even the 88 and the 71 too. But look who is coming. Blue Jimmy is coming. He is right behind these 3 cars. And now you also have the 41 try to catch the leader of the 22. as this race is not over, no telling what kind of strategies these cars that are on the lead lap can do. A driver that we never even mentioned in this race could still pull this win.
I mean, there's two drivers we haven't mentioned most of this race leading the thing. 72 laps to go this time by. T-Wing versus Hughes. Because I think it looks like Stone and all them way back there around Blue Jimmy, who was about 7 seconds back last time we heard. T-Wing and Hughes look like they're about to catch some lap traffic. Looks like the 11, who I think that's the only Toyota in this race. Possibly. We're going to see a heck of a finish.
With this race going on, it's crazy on how much these guys really want to win this. Sweating and, knees are really, really weak right now, because some of these people are racing on the wheel, some of them are racing on controller. With the 22 in the lead and the 41 right behind them, that 22 is really fast in this race, and going through a lot of crashes. That 22 has been holding on, and especially with BKR helping each other, it's really paying off for T-Wing.
And Hughes and T-Wing have a whole back straightaway lead on everyone behind them. So basically it's going to come down to these two guys unless pit strategy occurs, or they could both get wrecked. Lap traffic has been crazy in this race. We're seeing it right now. 22 held up by the 11. That could have been bad for the 22.
We are going through the field to see what's going on. 71 is on the back bumper of the 88, trying to catch the 48. As the 88 and the 48 trying to form a pack, but that 37 is coming. He is definitely catching the 71.
.67 laps to go. You know, Smoke, if you put cautions on, this race would probably be over.
Oh, yeah.
Because of cautions. So I do like not putting cautions on. So T-Wing has gapped the 41 a bit here.
41 is definitely catching the 22.
Oh, he's been gapping him. The 22's been gapping him. About to catch what looks like the 34. But yeah, it looks like a big 4-car draft between Stone, Gio, Jimmy, and Mateo, all Camaros, I'd like to mention. And they're just trying to last-ditch effort. Their only way they're going to win is drafting with each other, but Jimmy goes to the inside. They just got to draft with each other, but I don't know. They'll catch him in time. Sad way for Jimmy and BKR.
Now, if we actually put the number 37 of Jimmy 48 fan with the 22 and the 41, it would have been a heck of a lot, a really aggressive battle between them. Now, since they're not really a factor in the race, but still the race is not over yet, they're going to have to come up with some kind of strategy. And the 34
trying to stay out of the way.
Loose on the front stretch. Almost got into the 22.
But they're just trying to draft with each other back there, maybe make a few more positions, try to get a podium finish. But I'm watching the 41-22 have gained on that pack back there.
And now Jimmy 48 fan is in third right now.
I think the 41's trying everything he can to stay in this thing. Jimmy has moved up to third place. You could think right now that everyone would think the battle for the win would be between Stone, BKR, and Jimmy probably when we saw stage 3 end. But it's between two people who almost were lapped in the back of the pack, T-Wing and Hughes. As we have 60 laps to go. They've done 340 laps. Who can finish it off with the checkered flag?
When it comes down to pit road, strategies will definitely help out. And see the 22 and the 41, really fast cars out there on the field. Now they're going to have to come up with a strategy in order to get this W.
So I'm checking Jimmy's stream. He is 8 seconds off the lead. So this, even if Jimmy would take 2 tires on the pits, he would still be about a second behind. So it's going to come down to T-Wing and Hughes. Hughes, like I said, he knows what he does on pit road. He could, I mean, the pit road's open now. You could pit and make it to the end with under 60 to go.
It seems to me Chris Hughes is fading a bit now that 34 is on pit road. It seems like the 41 is fading a little bit. But I may be wrong that he is actually saving fuel and tires until it's really time to pit.
He's trying everything we can we have reached the midnight mark on this amazing race. There's been cars who have lagged out with engine issues and all kinds of stuff. But we have come down to what will be an amazing finish.
Now T-Wing is just sailing. 41 is about a couple car lengths to the 22. And now, since a lot of these drivers, especially forming this pack with Jimmy 48 fan, the 88 of Giovanni Torado, 48 of Stone, and the 71 of Mateo, it feels like they are trying to form a pack, but you know, between with the 88 and 48 contact, I'm not sure if they're going to work together, but they're just going to have to put that aside and then try to catch the leaders. And we also have pit road. Many other cars will be around, and you're going to realize who you have to work with. And now Jimmy 48 fan is on pit road.
Trying a strategy, good move. He was catching Hughes and T-Wing. He caught him about 3/10 and, or not 3/10, but yeah, he caught him a little bit in 4 laps. And with this strategy, oh, Hughes is pitting right here. So that basically might just killed Jimmy's race. But this is the winning strategy.
And the 88 and the 48 went up real high, and then they decided to come down on pit road.
Wow. Jimmy, wait a minute, Jimmy's off pit road. He just went off pit road. He had to have taken 2 tires or something. I'm checking. No, he took everything. It looked like he took 2 tires.
He took 4.
So we're watching Hughes on pit road right now.
As we are on board with Jimmy 48 fan.
Hughes is coming out of the pits. Now, when will T-Wing pit and has he pitted?
He is not pitted at the moment.
I'll watch when he pits. But T-Wing cannot stay out much longer. He will lose the lead. Because Chris has the fresher tires and now he can run some really fast laps.
As the 21 of Super Squad is heading off of pit road, Chris Hughes went by him.
T-Wing has led almost every lap so far in Stage 4.
As we are watching the 22 on the backstretch, all by himself, clear racetrack ahead. As he is still on the track, he hasn't even come down the pit road yet.
He might be stretching it.
And now the 41 is passing the 11 of Donald. And now the 2 car is back on pit road.
Did he already pit once? Before that?
No, not that I know of.
Oh. These guys have been practicing hard, or at least most of them have. These guys have been wanting to win this. This has been prepared for 6 months, possibly 6 months of practice for some. And this came down to 2 cars, the 22 and the 41. Can the 37 get involved?
We have 50 laps to go in the Support the Troops 600 race. The leader is the 22 of T-Wing, as we are on board with him.
And the 22's pitting. He just came in the pits with about 50 to go. About 10 laps, or 5 to 10 laps later than Hughes. How much of that will matter?
Since T-Wing is on the pit road,
and Hughes is unlapping
he
himself.
already pitted in. Looks like the 48 of Stone had a little bit of trouble. He is slow on the backstretch.
The 41 just unlapped himself.
He may have put the apron, but he is getting up to speed.
The 41's about to pass pit road. This is for the lead.
Oh, and the 48 spun on the apron.
The 22's out of the pits. There he is.
Oh, and the 48 is done for the day.
No, and it looks like the 22 had a better stop. The 22 beats Hughes out by a mile. And he's gonna have the fresher tires. Unless the 22 wrecks, this might be his race. Wow. And Oak is still on the track, by the way. T-Wing has a 1.6 second lead. And Oak is still on the track, and T-Wing is gaining. But T-Wing had an amazing pit stop compared to Hughes. Hughes is usually the guy we expect to have those kinds of stops. 45 to go. And the Support the Troops.
As everybody is cheering on for Jimmy 48 fan in this race. Absolutely the guy to watch in the Core League. He is gaining a lot of fans, as I have sent him a happy birthday gift for this guy. Really awesome fan of my channel, and give this guy absolutely subscribe for Jimmy 48 fan, and really appreciate of what he has accomplished in the NASCAR YouTube community. And I want to say thank you, Jimmy 48 fan.
Sub to Jimmy. Let's start a hashtag in his chat. But coming into this race, I don't think anyone thought of T-Wing as someone to contend with.
And now with T-Wing has a really good distance on the 41. And now the 21 is up against the wall, right in front of Gio. And Gio is going to gain on the 21.
Lap car ahead of the 22. Looks, I think that's the one. Oh! Remember, earlier in the race, the 1 and the 22 have had
the 1 car and the 22 have tempers. Remember, we don't know how this is definitely, if the 1 car definitely dumps the 22, this changes everything. A lot of tempers are going to be flaring, and this is absolutely the top temper in the entire race. As the 22 is getting really close to that 1 car, no telling what that 1 car will do to T-Wing. Motorsport and T-Wing. This race, will the 1 car of Motorsport do something to the T-Wing? We will find out as we are watching right now.
There's under 40 to go. T-Wing, if I'm T-Wing,
the 1 and the 22 are side.
No!
And the 1 car has ran into the 22!
He tried to wreck him!
He tried to wreck him! Now where is it? Hughes! Hughes is gaining on the 22!
Hughes is there!
And now Hughes is right on the 22. As this race is getting really intense for this final finish. Now the 41, he is going to have to figure out a way to get up to that 22. And now the 41 looks like he is in his draft right now. And this will really help him out.
The 22 was lucky he went on the outside to try to pass him. If he was on the inside, he'd be spinning to the inside wall.
So, with Chris Hughes catching up with the 22, Chris Hughes needs to get in that 22's draft. Or, since the 1 car of Motorsport will be able to, see him again. We don't know if definitely the 1 car try to wreck the 22.
Because the 1 probably knows T-Wing's the leader and he has this win in the bag. But Hughes might have the draft, actually. This was T-Wing's race until the 1 basically put him in the wall.
The trouble
they could easily see each other again.
The trouble with what happened to Jimmy 48 fan and BKR, 2 of them, mainly the 2 fastest cars, about to win this race, but now it changed everything with the 22, the 41. And they also, it's possible they still have to pit again. But they should be able to make it.
Good. Yeah, they're good on fuel. At least they should be.
And now it's between the 22 and the 41. As this race is progressing, and we can see Jimmy 48 fan back there, as he is 4 seconds, 4.5 away from the 22.
Even with Hughes having his draft, T-Wing is gaining. But, oh, whoa! Jimmy is only 4 seconds, or not 4 seconds, yeah, 4 seconds behind. He is only 4 seconds behind. And Mateo's only 6 seconds, but is it too late? 32 to go. Could Jimmy catch him?
Anything can happen in this race. We can see Motorsport wrecking the 22 or getting by lap trap and ruin the entire race. Blue Jimmy can slip by for the lead, get usually past the 41 in the 22.
The one is on the apron right now. It looks on the stream. He looks like he's waiting. He's going a constant pace and he's not going to pit road. He's looking for T-Wing. I don't know what happened earlier in the race, but wow.
This race is absolutely going to be remembered. Definitely a memorable race that we are hosting, that I'm hosting. It's incredible what you guys. It really means a lot to me, and for everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. And also, this is a race to remember. This is definitely a race to remember, and it's incredible.
I'm glad to be a part of it.
And thank you, Larson. Creeper and Jake joining in, everybody who is racing, thank you. And now, the 41 is definitely catching the 22.
He has a draft. But Jimmy is catching them. It is almost under 4 seconds. Oh, it's now actually 5 seconds, so they gained. That's not good. 28 to go. 27.5. The one could meet the
flipped the wall a bit. But that 41 is coming.
Honestly, the only way that Jimmy could possibly win this is if the one wrecks the 22 and the 41 gets collected a little bit. That's probably the only way. Plus, Jimmy has no drafting partner. There's a car on the apron. There's a few cars. One of them looks like a black car. I think that's Motorsport up ahead. I see it.
Yeah, that's definitely Motorsport.
That's Motorsport. He knows.
He absolutely wants that 22. He does not want him to win this race. As the one car, now the 22, he is going to be so worried about this. He is going to have to be very cautious around Motorsport.
I hope the one doesn't wreck the 22 and there's a huge wreck. That would be a horrible way to finish. But if the 22 did some really bad stuff, then I see why he's doing it. But if he just like put him in the wall a few times, I mean, the 22 is battling for a win here. Don't just full on wreck him. Oh,
and
here
also,
we go.
Guys, when the entire race happens, be expecting a radioactive.
Yes.
As long as this race has been going on, it's insane. This race is going to be insane. And also with the 22 catching the one, or the one car is definitely slowing, that 41 is going to be a big threat for the 22 thanks to the one car.
You are a dang good editor, man, I swear. Okay, so we are almost at the end of this thing. A crazy race could have a really crazy finish. And how would we have a crazy finish? I don't think it'll be Hughes catching him. I think The only way someone not named T-Wing will win is going to be decided by the 1 car. Because Hughes is not catching him. He's 7/10 of a second behind.
The only way that Hughes can win, if the 22 is wrecked by the 1 car, and the 41 also has to get through his crash.
And he hasn't gone, and the 22 is not gaining on him much, except this corner. Jimmy,
this will
5
be a very
seconds
controversial finish due to the 1 car pulling off a Matt Kenseth move, but this race is insane.
Oh my gosh, the game just lagged and I thought T-Wing wrecked. This scared me so much. I'm sorry, I thought he just wrecked. But he is catching the 1. I'm checking the laps to go right now. It's under 30. 20.
It's about 20.
1 to go.
About 20 laps.
Coming to 20 to go this time.
Right now.
Coming to 20 to go. We're gonna have an insane finish. Blue Jimmy could still win this. The 34 is now holding back. 22 in the wall.
22 in the wall.
That is huge. Hughes didn't catch up much though.
Now the question is, with the 34 is ahead of the 22, it can actually slow up a bit for the 22, but the 22 is able to make the pass on the 34. Now, it is getting extremely close to the 1 car in the 22. We're not sure how this is going to go, but definitely Motorsport is definitely going to dump the 22, so the 22 will not win this race.
19 to go.
The 22 is up to the 1 car.
If I'm the 22, you need to slow down a little. Hughes is a second back. Unless Hughes is on your bumper, then that's when you start trying to pass him. Oh, here we go.
And
18 to go this time by.
They are about side by side. And now the 1 car is giving trouble to the 22 car. And the,
he crashed!
T-Wing! And Chris Hughes involved! The 1 car has wrecked the 22. This changes everything. And now where's Blue Jimmy? Blue Jimmy is scheming on by the 22. Now he is going to have to catch Jimmy. And now Jimmy is going to have to catch the 41 of Chris Hughes. Exciting, crazy moment, controversial moment happening. This changes everything.
He is not far behind.
Man, this race, as we are switching over to the 41, as the 37 is catching him, he is not that far.
And that ruins the 22's race. He led all of stage 4, and now it's gone. As now Hughes leads. He's in the wall a little bit. Jimmy is coming. He was catching Hughes when they were by themselves.
As
15 to go this time
about
by.
16 to go. This race is getting insane, a lot crazier.
He's catching. 15 to go. You gotta be perfect if you're Hughes. You gotta be perfect if you're Jimmy. And it looks like the 22 is now in 4th. I think Motorsport is in front of the 22 again. He is in front of...
Oh, and now Motorsport in 22 in the wall. Now, definitely, this is the temper to remember. Definitely. And now the 41 and the 37. And 37 clipped the wall a bit.
He is catching Hughes fast.
Definitely, Jimmy 48 fan is catching that 41 car of Chris Hughes.
13 laps to go. This has been an amazing race. A long distance race. T-Wing looked like he had in the bag. but stuff he did earlier in the race is now affecting him here. And he is going to be mad after the race. I mean, he might beat Claire Boyer.
Is right at the 41.
He is
and now
there.
The 41 is going up high, but now Jimmy is going to have one heck of a momentum run. And now he is in his draft.
Hughes is getting tight, but Jimmy isn't. Hughes' car is not at all good compared to Jimmy's. Under half a second.
Now,
he's going
Jimmy,
high.
He is on the bumper of the 41, the 37, battling for the lead. This is the final stage. And we have 11 laps to go.
Oh, Jimmy had a run but hit the wall.
And now this is the battle to remember, the race to remember. The 37 is right at the 41. The 41 is blocking hard, but now the 37 is right there. The 37 on the high side. The 41 is doing everything he can to block that blue car.
Jimmy's
and now they are swerving, blocking each other very aggressively. The 41 is going in. He is blocking that 37 aggressively. And now the 37 still on the bumper. We have a race, boys.
Around. Jimmy should not be going to the top. He needs to stick to the bottom because Hughes is getting tight.
And
you can see that.
The 37 trying to stop it on the inside of the 41. Blocking aggressively by Chris Hughes. Jimmy in second. Doing everything he can to get that win.
He's going to get in the wall. He had a horrible corner. He got a horrible entry and he got a horrible runoff. That I don't think that did his race in, but he could have had the lead. Not a good entry. He's still got a lot of time.
But Jimmy 48 fan still has enough time to get up to Chris Hughes.
Seven to go, I think.
Now the 41 still in the lead, and the 37 in second. 37, Jimmy 48 fan. He's doing everything he can to get by that 41.
T-Wing is catching these guys. He ain't out of this one yet. These guys could wreck each other and T-Wing would win. 6 laps to go.
6 laps to go on the Support the Truth 600.
We're going to have an amazing finish. Jimmy is there again.
Absolutely.
With some lap traffic, that's BKR. 5 laps to go when they come off turn number 4.
Jimmy 48
almost
fan.
Hit the wall.
Absolutely putting one heck of a performance in this race. Chris Hughes as well. But now, keep an eye out on that number 37. He is going to probably put the bumper to him. We're just going to have to wait for the right moment. And now the 37 is right at the 41 again.
4 laps to go this time by. That is the Super Squad. He's going to stay out of the way. He about came down on the 37.
So close! Almost contact with the 37. That would have ruined Jimmy's day.
34 on pit road. Under 4 laps to go.
Chris Hughes is doing everything he can to keep that 37 behind him.
The 37 lost momentum. He's going to have to wait until probably 2 to go. But the 41 goes up the track.
Oh, and the 41 is drifting up. The 37 is right back at his bumper right now.
3 to go. The 37 will have to boom out of the way. Hughes is getting really good runs off the corner now.
Man, this battle is absolutely insane. The 37 is doing everything he can. He tripped up, and the 37 is going to take the lead. The 41 is in second. Blue Jimmy is in the lead.
2 to go. 2 to go. And the support the troops 600.
2 to go. This race is not over yet. Chris Hughes will do anything to win this race. Right on the backstretch. The 41, he is about, I guarantee he is going to move that 37. He is going to put the bumper to him. Now the 37 is drifting up. He is in the wall with the 41. Holy moly! The 41 is on his inside. The 37 is in the wall. Now the 22 is going by the 37. Final lap.
And that is the end of the story for Jimmy.
Now, Chris Hughes, one final lap, and the Haas 41 car, the Ford Mustang, he is going to pull it off with this victory. Chris Hughes wins the inaugural Support the Troops 600.
What a finish.
What a race, guys.
What a finish. That was controversial. Wow.
Blue Jimmy did everything he can, and unfortunately, it didn't go so well. But I want everybody to know, everybody drove their ass off in this race, especially Jimmy 48 fan.
Well, I'm not trying to make everyone hate me or anything, but on my screen, this is what I saw. Chris made it to the bottom. And Jimmy just gave him no room, but I don't know. That's on my screen. I don't know what I saw. But what a finish. I mean, it looked like the 22 had, and then a lot happened. And it ends with Chris Hughes winning the inaugural Support the Troops 600.
Wow.
Wow. 6 cars finish on the lead lap.
As the first annual winner of the Support the Troops 600 is Chris Hughes.